Hello, my name is Andrew Pang. Welcome to another edition of CMS Forex News. Today's Tuesday, October 14th, 2008. We first begin in Japan, where the prices that corporations pay for goods cooled to an annual rate of 6.8% in September. It was at 7.2% in August. On the month, prices were down 0.4%, the second month in a row that prices were negative. Still, forecasts were for even bigger declines, which shows inflation is higher than expected. Japanese household confidence increased to 31.4 in September, its first increase since March. The increase mainly reflected lower oil prices. With the recent bout of financial turmoil, October's figure is expected to decline yet again. In Australia, the NAB Business Confidence Index edged lower to -8 for the month of September. Overnight, the Aussie yen continued its gains from yesterday as the main stock index in Japan rose 14%, encouraging carry trade. The pair reached 74.50 at the New York Open, and from there paired most of its gains as U.S. stocks were mixed. In the UK, the BRC Retail Sales Monitor saw sales down 1.5% on the year. That figure counts stores that have been operating for more than a year. Total sales, which count new stores, rose 1%. The RICS house price balance deteriorated to show at 84.2% of surveyors saying house prices fell in September. Also, the indicator's sales per survey figure fell to 11.5, the lowest since the survey was introduced in 1978. The British government is hoping its newest plans will help unclog mortgage lending. House prices were down 3.4% from a year ago in August, according to the DCLG, which was a sharper drop than forecast. UK consumer inflation surprised forecasts on the upside, climbing 0.5% on the month and rising to an annual pace of 5.2% in September. That's the fastest annual pace since records began in 1997. Core annual inflation rose 2.2%. The pound-dollar pair continued its climb from yesterday. From its low on Friday near 1.68, the pair rallied around 800 pips to set an intraday high today near 1.7630. That tested resistance from last week, and by 12 a.m. Eastern, the pair had receded below the 1.75 level. In Germany, the ZEW survey showed weaker investor confidence for the October period. The economic sentiment index fell to -63. It was the first time in 3 months that the index had dropped. The financial crisis is to blame, as the financial sector's woes will translate into weaker growth in the overall economy. Sentiment in the Eurozone fell as well. Eurozone industrial production recovered in August, increasing 1.1% on the month, matching expectations. Production was led by a jump in German output. On the year, production is down 0.7%, but that was better than forecasts. The euro-dollar pair climbed slightly higher today, probing the area above 1.3750. In New York trading, some of those gains were cut down, but for the most part, the dynamics seen in yesterday's session continued today. European stocks were up big overnight before pairing some of their gains prior to the European close. In the U.S., Treasury Secretary Paulson announced that the government would spend $250 billion to buy temporary ownership in major U.S. banks in an effort to recapitalize the financial sector. The plan is similar to plans unveiled yesterday by Great Britain and the Eurozone, and investors responded to the news yesterday by driving the Dow up more than 900 points. Today, U.S. stocks opened higher as well, but the rally fizzled, and by late trading, the Dow index was down 150 points. The dollar-yen pair rose to test the 103 level at the New York Open, but was turned back during the New York session. The U.S. dollar-Canadian dollar pair fell to 1.13 prior to the New York Open, an 800 pip swing from its high set on Friday. In New York trading, the pair rose to test 1.16 as crude oil prices, which had jumped above $83 a barrel, fell back down into the $81 range, weakening the loonie. Overnight, Japan releases data on industrial production, Germany and the Eurozone post CPI figures, and the UK releases its claimant count. Tomorrow, the US releases data on retail sales, producer prices, business inventories, and the Empire Manufacturing Index. And that wraps it up for the day in Forex News. Join us again tomorrow right here at cmsfx.com.